Hi everybody, welcome to Celebrity Squad, and today we're going to be covering the popular YouTuber known as Corpse Husband, and all of the news that's been floating around about his future on the platform. Many people have become familiar with the online personality known as Corpse Husband. In the last year or so, for those who don't know, Corpse, as he often goes by, started out as a horror story narrator and Let's Player, becoming well known for his relaxed demeanor and very deep voice that often benefited his narrations. However, his more recent meteoric rise to fame can also be credited to his streaming and Let's Play content. And as he was one of many creators who saw a spike in popularity due to his streams of the popular game Among Us, with friends and fellow streamers such as Saikunu and Disguised Toast, he also has managed to gather a not insignificant following for his music, which he hosts on a side channel. Overall, he has managed to garner a massive audience of over 6 million subscribers to his main channel and nearly 2 million to his music channel. With all of his successes, many wonder why they've been hearing rumors about Corpse potentially leaving his platform on YouTube. For clarification, Corpse has not stated any particular date in which he plans to retire from content creation, or expressed a desire that he truly wants to retire, but just mentioned it as a realistic possibility for the not-so-far future, expressing uncertainty as to exactly how far away that future may be. Fans will be familiar with some of the larger reasons for his uncertainty, though. His health. On previous occasions, Corpse has discussed that while he enjoys streaming and making videos, he has trouble doing so due to a number of conditions he has suffered from for quite some time, including but not necessarily limited to fibromyalgia, GERD, an anxiety disorder, and photophobia. Aside from the difficulties these issues provide in day-to-day life, such as not being able to leave the house nearly as easily as an average person, they also have been getting worse in recent years as his conditions have progressed, affected his life in greater measures over time. As the condition worsens, he has stated that it will likely become harder and harder to stream and record videos without putting a massive strain on his body. For instance, he mentioned that similar to his profile picture, he often wears an eye patch due to his sensitivity to light affecting his eyes, and far more than the average person. This is part of why he was always preferred recording videos during the night, even back in the beginning when he was just making horror story narrations. However, streaming and gaming in general usually require much longer sessions, which can cause his ailment to flare up, limiting his ability to stare at screens for long periods of time, or play games which have very intense lighting effects that may aggravate his condition. This in turn also limits the catalog of games he can play, which he has expressed his disappointment over before. Another example of his fibromyalgia, which greatly affects the body's musculoskeletal system and sensitivity to pain. This in turn affects many aspects of someone's life, including issues with constant and/or recurring pain, sleep memory, and mood due to the condition's effect on the brain and the body's ability to process pain signals. While there are no cures for fibromyalgia, there are many treatments that exist which serve to reduce the impact it has, including regular exercise, relaxation, and a number of common and experimental physical therapies for pain reduction. However, the long hours and sedentary lifestyle of a streamer could impair one's ability to utilize these treatments regularly and consistently. Although his audience does not seem to mind the thought of Corpse limiting his content output for the sake of his health, and they have actually shown lots of support for Corpse to go easy on himself and only stream or record as much as he feels comfortable doing. While appreciative of the positive reception, Corpse has gone on record stating that he doesn't know how long he'll be able to keep it up given the state of his body, especially after longer sessions. This is further worsened for the time being given his lack of access to proper medical resources due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which is especially risky for him since he resides in California, one of the largest hotspots for the virus in the United States, and by extension, one of the most at-risk quarantine zones in the world. There is one silver lining, though. While Corpse has mentioned the tolls his conditions can take on his body during prolonged streaming or recording sessions, he has shown greater optimism towards his other passion, music. Due to the more free-form methods and non-specific schedule required to produce music independently, Corpse has identified that he would be much more likely to pursue music for a while longer after he stops streaming. Given the popularity of his music, this is likely to please a lot of his fans, but it's not a guarantee that he can permanently stick to this venture either. This is unfortunately once again due to his illness's broad effects, specifically fibromyalgia and GERD. GERD, also known as gastroesophageal reflux disease, is a condition that causes acid reflux on a regular basis, with varying levels of intensity depending on the individual. This causes numerous issues in the esophagus as well as heartburn, and could very well lead to long-term damage in the throat due to the regular acid flare-ups causing frequent inflammation. Additionally, fibromyalgia is known to affect the voice, and often leads to those who have it ending up with much deeper-sounding voices with far lower vocal intensity. An example of a celebrity whom many people know suffer from fibromyalgia is Morgan Freeman, who also happens to be known for his deep voice, though it's unclear if there is a complete coincidence or also a side effect of his condition. Moreover, Corpse is thankful that he's even able to speak, as there are certain cases of fibromyalgia that can lead to vocal impairment or an outright inability to speak. Corpse has also mentioned that in discussions with his doctor, the prognosis was that these conditions would likely affect his voice over time, though once again no specific time frame was given. The expectation is that his voice will grow more raspy over time, although how pronounced this difference will be, as well as when and if it will take place, is yet to be seen. In summary, the takeaway is this: is Corpse husband planning to leave YouTube behind? No, though he seems pretty convinced that his career won't last as long as most other streamers due to his health. That being said, he still seems excited to engage with his community and keep things going for as long as he can reasonably manage. So here's hoping he manages to have a fun, satisfying run for as long as that may be. Past that, he seems intent on his music career outlasting his streaming one. So be sure to keep an eye out for his music projects for the foreseeable future. Last but certainly not least, be sure to support Corpse if you like his content. Not many people in his position would have kept working as hard as he did, and yet in spite of all his woes, he's still running a largely positive community and putting his all into all of his projects. So feel free to share some encouragement and positivity if you'd like, and here's hoping he continues to thrive in whatever he pursues. That's all for today's video, folks. If you like the coverage we did on this video, be sure to give us a like and hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon if you want to be notified when we have a new video up, and feel free to comment any suggestions for what you want us to cover in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a lovely day.